Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Radha Farhani from English Education Department in UIN Araniri. So today I want to share you about the culture shock experienced by Indonesian while living in Finland. Okay, let's get started. Okay, before we discuss more about culture shock in Finland, I want to ask you first, what is culture shock? Yeah, culture shock is a cycle or emotional discomfort or anxiety that we suffer when coming to live in another country or place that is different from our origin place. Of course, this feeling arises because the environment and habit in that new place is different from where we lived before. So yeah, if someday you get a chance to move to another country, or maybe to continue your education, or just go to traveling, then you feel this culture shock, it's okay, don't be worried, because it's a normal feeling. Next, culture shock has 4 stages. The first is honeymoon phase. In this phase, you will feel happy and full of excitement. After that honeymoon phase gone, you will face culture shock. In this stage, you will feel lonely, confused, and frustrated. After that, you enter the adjustment stage. In this stage, you will fight the culture shock. And then the last, you will meet the acceptance stage, where in this stage, you begin to accept the new environment. Okay, to make you more understand about this, let's follow me. We will have virtual traveling to Finland and experience culture shock there. Let's go!
Finland is a country in Northern Europe, located between west and east bordering Sweden, Norway and Russia by land, and Estonia by sea. With the capital in Helsinki, Finland is well known for being a safe and stable society. It's also one of the leading information societies and best education system in the world. Finland has 2 main languages. It's Finnish and Swedish is spoken by 6% of the population. According to surveys, foreigners consider Finns very polite, helpful, and a bit shy. English is widely spoken, especially among younger people. So, even if you don't speak a word in Finnish or Swedish, you won't have difficulties in communicating. Nature is an integral part of the Finnish way of life because nature is everywhere. The natural beauty in Finland makes anyone want to live there.
Well, when you arrive in this country for the first time, you will definitely feel very excited and happy about being in this new place. Yeah, this is called honeymoon phase. In this phase, you got a lot of positive feeling, excitement, curiosity, and joy, of course. And then, because you just arrived at Finland, I know you want to explore a lot of new things, right? Maybe you want to go to Lapland to see Northern Light, a view where the sky full filled with a green light that looks like an aurora. Visit the largest ice castle in the world? Yeah, it's in Finland, named Kemisno Castle. Here you will find a restaurant that have glasses made of ice. Wow! Or you wanna try winter sport in our city, such as playing ice skating? Visit Archipelago National Park to see beautiful natural scenery like this. And of course, you want to go to Market Square, where here you can buy some traditional foods and treats, handicraft, and souvenir. This market is so unique. It's located in Helsinki, capital of Finland. Okay, now you have visited a lot of places and tried many good activities here. And then the day passed. After several weeks or a month later, this honeymoon phase will fade away and culture shock will take place. Then here we go! Culture shock is a frustrating time. After a month living in Finland, you will find many differences in habit between Finnish and Indonesian people that takes a time for you to adjust. In this culture shock stage, maybe you will having unpleasant feeling with the habits of new place which are too different from your origin place. Let's see some of the culture shock that Indonesians feel while living in Finland. Let's go! The first is the weather. Finland is a cold country. In winter, the days are shorter and the nights are longer. It becomes extremely cold, having 3 months of super cold winter with a lot of snow like minus 22, minus 30 degrees, and the sun is just not rising up. Yeah, you're not saying the sun is snowy day, but you can still see the light every single day, even it's like 4 or 5 hours only. Of course, that's really hard for us because in Indonesia, we don't have winter. We just have dry and rainy season, which is not that cold. That's why the weather like this sometimes may cause flu or fever. So yeah, it takes some adjustment for our body. Second, Finnish people don't like to talk and chit-chat. As an Indonesian, greeting or small talk when meeting other person is common. But in Finland, they don't do this. Finns tend to speak only when it's necessary. They like having conversation only about things that are important to them. So yeah, it's quite difficult to you to have a chit-chat or unnecessary conversation with them. And then after that, in Indonesia, when we pass on the street, even though we don't know that person, yeah, we will give them a little smile as a form of hospitality. But if you do this in Finland, they will think that you are weird, like, what for you smile? So yeah, this are very different from our culture in Indonesia, yeah. Next, personal space. This is so interesting for me because in Indonesia, we usually see crowded views at terminals, buses, or other public places. But it's impossible to see it in Finland. Finnish take their personal space very seriously. You will see everyone standing up several meters away from each other while waiting for the bus. And it also happens under the rain or snow. Wow! Even on the bus, they usually sit by vacating one seat from another to give this personal space, which is sometimes make the bus full quickly. If you are late to get a seat, go find another seat. Yeah, this is Finland. Okay, the fourth or the last that I will discuss is about recycling waste. In Indonesia, if we want to tackle the garbage, whatever the type, we usually chuck it directly into rubbish bin. Or if it's separated, it just into two types, namely organic and non-organic waste. But in Finland, taking out the garbage can be so complicated. Finland is a country that is very concerned about recycling waste. We will find 6 to 10 types of garbage containers there. There are bio-waste or what often we call organic waste, and then the grouping of paper and cardboard is also separated. It means the garbage such as paper must be separated from milk carton boxes or egg boxes. And then glassware must also be disposed of separately. Jam jars, for example, must be cleaned before being disposed of. Wow! And then the grouping between metal items like bulbs, batteries must also be considered because these items are dangerous components. Yeah, it's quite confusing for us who are not used to do this. But there is one interesting thing about recycling garbage in Finland. That is, the garbage type cans and bottle can be slowed through automatic machine for about 15 to 40 cents. Wow! Well, that are some of culture shock that Indonesians feel while living in Finland. Their culture, their habit is so different from ours, right? Yeah, these differences sometimes make you feel confused, depressed, like you start to wonder if this new place is right for me to live in. You will feel homesick, you wanna go back to Indonesia, you miss your family, your friends, and your environment. Culture shock is, yeah, a hard time. Time flies, the day passes. After experiencing the culture shock phase, you slowly begin to adjust to this new environment. Yes, you enter the adjustment stage. You start to get used to the habit of Finnish people who speak only when it's necessary. It doesn't mean they are arrogant or don't like you. You already understand that it has become their nature. You are no longer confused about Finnish rules in taking out garbage. You start to get used to separating garbage before throwing it away. And you also prepare a lot of warm clothing to welcome the winter. Start feeling better, you enjoy the snow, playing ice skating, and do many interesting activities in winter. And finally, everything looks normal now and seems to be going well. After some time and the adjustment stage passed, you have accepted this new environment to be a part of your daily life. We call this as acceptance stage. Here comes the calm stage. You have dealing with the culture, the habit, the environment of Finland, and then you feeling peace to continue your life there. And yeah, this is the end of culture shock stage. So guys, that's all about culture shock in Finland that maybe you will experience as Indonesian. Yeah, maybe, because not all Indonesian will feel the same. It depends, everyone will have a different experience. But I hope this information can help you to know about culture shock in Finland. Who knows, someday you want to visit or live in Finland? At least you have already know what you are going to face. Finally, see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.